Here's your reminder. Shop Talk and Ranch Camo X. Ford chassis swap and T-bone racing upgrade.
Alexa, you can cancel the reminder. Or dismiss, whatever it is. Your schedule said 2:35. Yeah, I don't know why. I set it for 10. Peyton, what's going on, man? That's all you want to know, huh? I don't know. What, you want the box open or something? Unboxing. Unboxing. What you talking about, Willis? Vector over there. Vector Original's acting a little weird right now. He's his arm is partially lifted up. I don't know what the deal is with that. Been looking at RC cars. Oh, nice, Anna. That's awesome. Any regrets for not getting the Losi Rock Ray? No. It's kind of like one of those things. Everybody's got it, I guess. I did look at the Rock Ray. To be honest with you, I was more geared towards looking at the Super Rock Ray because just having some of the larger scale vehicles is what I like. I do like the 110s, like obviously this Redcat right here that we're going to be working on. And, you know, a couple of the other 110 scales that I've got. But sometimes having something, I guess, different is nice. I try to be kind of, I guess, specific with what I want. I buy what I want. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of those things. If you want your, you know, channel to explode, you know, obviously you go ahead and buy what's hot, but sometimes, you know, that can come at a pretty big expense. What would you recommend for a rookie? Well, Anna, one of the biggest things is needing to know what your budget is, because I think I've already said it before that it also depends upon what you want to do. If you want something that's rugged and you have a few dollars to spend, my personal opinion, just based upon what I've already purchased, obviously we bought that Max for my wife, and she absolutely loves it. And if she hits a tree with it, I'm less worried. And I think she's less worried too. And I've explained it to her. I'm not getting much a month. I'm going to have to save up Christmas money. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. DB Pro for what? Like, what's going on with the DB Pro, or are you recommending a DB Pro? For a rookie? Yeah, I guess. The thing is, though, is that's definitely a groomed, track-oriented car. You know, if you get the Max, you're you've got that, I guess, ability to be able to smash it into something and not worry. You know, like my wife right now, she doesn't understand that when she launches off of a jump, she doesn't let go of the trigger all the time, and she's starting to learn, or I want to get her to learn air control. And with that Max, learning air control will actually be a good platform. WJB, I think I know who you are. You're the one that had the portal axle bearing and screw issue, right? I think. By your little icon, I'm pretty sure that's you. But I could be wrong. No? Okay. The picture it looks like you look like the same person. What, for the Max? Now obviously I'm telling you what it is, you know, in American money. So to get a Max, you know, over here and the DV, you might not want to. I mean, they're pretty pricey. You just replied to my comment on the DB Pro being. Oh, you. Okay, yeah. Yep. All right, I know who you are now. Yep. What's funny is your icon or your thumbnail, you look like somebody else. Max, how much? So the Max, you can get the Max for, I guess, $550 is what you're looking at for a Max. Might be able to get a little bit cheaper, but Traxxas itself, usually their prices stay pretty solid for quite a while. I think in order for the price to go down, you might be looking at like a year or so. But it's one of those things where if you're spending that level of money, yeah, I know. Well, that's why this Camo X4 falls into a good category, because that's why I've been beating the heck out of it, because I'm trying to see what this thing is going to take. Because there's certain things about it that are actually built fairly well. Lots of saving, yeah. Under 200, get a try. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. Yep. Jason's got it right there. Traxxas Stampede Wrestler. Yep. Brushed. I'm one of those ones that if you're going to get into it, I hate to say it, you spend the money and you just get something that's not going to break, I guess. And I'm not saying a Stampede or a Wrestler is gonna break, but you know, Camo X4 is actually a pretty good vehicle. We do have issues. Obviously, you can see we've got a new chassis for it, but this from T-Bone Racing should, I think, I'm hoping, alleviate the issue that we had. So get something upgradable. Exactly. Yep, that's a good thing too. But then again, if you buy something that's technically already upgraded, you're saving money, because when you upgrade something, you end up spending more money in the long run. Kevin Hacker, what's going on, man? I'm surprised people actually come into the stream, because like this is pretty late. I gotta get to work on this thing. That's kind of like I was trying to figure out a time to go ahead and square this away. Obviously, the Camo X4 in front of you is going to be a little bit different than what you would have, and that's obviously because we've got a couple of upgrades already on it. One being one obviously, sorry about the camera. Let's figure this out. One being that obviously the battery tray is a custom battery tray that I 3D printed, so that's going to be different. When you upgrade, it's a learning experience. Yes, but when you break things, that's also a learning experience, right? What I think is getting a good durable car that's not going to break. What's nice about that is you can concentrate more on the driving. That's all right, Anna. It's always a pleasure to have you stop by the stream anyway. I think spending the extra couple bucks, get something that you're not going to have to worry about. I honestly feel that's the way to go, because I mean I could have given her this. I could have given, you know, I could have given my wife this. Wow, look at all that sand in there. This bench is going to be nasty. I should have washed this out with it, but I didn't. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Buy something that you can drive and it's going to withstand just first-timer abuse. And it's not one of those things where I'm on a Traxxas bandwagon about it, but just what I've been doing to that thing, and obviously my wife being an inexperienced driver and watching how the Max is actually giving her right out of the box, I guess, a little bit of driving skill or driver help. My dad said if I work for him on the weekend, he'll raise my budget back to $330. Yeah, good. But don't forget schoolwork, though, man. All that's important. So I'm going to try and take this out as minimally as possible, keeping, I guess, a majority of parts of the drivetrain and everything together, just basically pop out removing stuff so that we're not, you know, taking so much apart. I definitely should have cleaned this thing before, but it is what it is. So, and I have never broken down a CAMO X4 before to the degree that we're going to be breaking this thing down. So this will be a first time for me too, but it's so basic working on this thing. But you can see the damage right there. That's what we had right there. Little guy, what's going on, man? I'm so calm. Dude, you have no idea. Like, I think what has happened is I had like a I expended so much energy, like literally in my mind the past couple of days, especially even being at the LHS, because you know what's now going through my mind for that. You know what I mean? Dude, I've got so many video ideas for that shop, and I'm no videographer. I mean, he could find somebody way better than me, but I just want to help him. I could care less about, you know, I'm not looking for money or anything. I could care less. I'd rather just help the guy out. And I think he knows that too. So, and that's also a benefit too, though, because look at that. Because when you do something like that, sorry if this sound is wiping out your ears, there's nothing. Just block your ears for a second. There's nothing I can do about that. Look at that. Holy moly. But yeah, Mets, just I bet what's under the blanket? Oh man, I've been kind of tossing around, not unboxing it, but showing you guys what it is. Like, not taking it out of the box though. because I actually have to do an unbox for that. That's like one of the big things, and I know Metz knows what I'm talking about. That actually has to be a true, like, you know, what I call, what do I call it? What's in the box? I think I call it, yeah, that's that thing that I do that's called that what's in the box. This guy's obsessed with Fox. Hey, you know, like, I think it was Peyton. Peyton was like, dude, I'll send you some stickers. If anybody sends me Fox stickers, oh my God, they're going right on whatever vehicles I have. I've always liked Fox. Fox is a good company. But I think that's the reason why I like Fox is for other reasons. So obviously, the majority of the screws on this thing, especially for the chassis pan, it's all a 2mm hex. Told you. What? Stop it, Mads. Of course, yeah. Come on, guy. What, you don't? You don't like Fox? It's a killer logo. The stickers. Oh, the stickers. So here's that thing too, right? When you're doing something like this, I got to 3D print more of these things right here. Now you probably can't see it right because the light's like blinding it out. But that thing right there is actually pretty cool. I'm actually gonna make up a couple of different ones of these, because right now what's in here is a combination of this is for the Revo. These are gears for the Revo. And then I've got stuff for my crawler, and what the heck is that from? I can't remember. That might be the original gear from the Revo. But what I was trying to say was, like, when you pull out your screws, obviously you're going to get different size screws. So these were the screws for the bumper, and obviously they're a smaller screw, and then right behind it was a longer screw. And you want to make sure that you're not putting, you know, long screws where short ones go, vice versa, because that causes a strip out or not enough holding power. So, but one of the things that you can do, which I've kind of said to people, is you just take masking tape, lay out a thing of masking tape, and then just take your screws and literally place them right on the masking tape, and then label things up or use Ziploc bags. And that's just if you have an issue with not knowing you know, where screws go. But I usually don't have an issue. Remember the knob? Yeah, Asterion. Yeah. I have a whole bunch of, ooh, that screw's loose. That actually could have been part of an issue. Good idea. Oh, the little boxes? Yeah. This piece should actually, it looks like this is actually still attached. I'm wondering, I'm hoping other stuff's not broken, but I don't think it is. Jason, what's going on, man? Great tip with the tape? Yeah. It's a good idea. Because then, like, obviously when you're talking about the steering servo, the difference between having a coarse thread and obviously a fine thread, you would obviously know that that was steering servo versus, you know, plastic diff or chassis piece. You know what I mean? You'd know that. Like I said, I've never blasted apart this Red. There was no need to. Never blasted this Redcat apart. I'm just point blank, just taking it apart. Hey, Guy Garage. That's a different thing. Which kind of videos, live streams do you do more, these RC ones or vector ones? So right now, I think it's kind of obvious as far as live goes. The live ones are RC related, but if I happen to catch something that is vector and he's doing something crazy like I used to do, I'll go live with that because it's just cool to catch those weird things that, you know, happen. See, like that screw, center screw. So the difference between that side chassis screw piece and then that center screw, look at the huge difference. Now, obviously, you would remember center screw is obviously going to be your biggest screw. Which would you like to switch to Chrome or keep using? Is that question directed to me? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean by switch to Chrome? Do you literally mean like Google Chrome? Is that what you're talking about? Google Chrome? I'm using Google Chrome right now, but I use them both. There's I have a Mac, so I have Safari, and Safari works good for some things, and sometimes it doesn't work good for others. So it all depends, you know. Now, I'm going to show you an example of what I was talking about, which you can write down what you've got going. I am just doing this as an example just to show. So you've got I'm just writing things, so and then that one is obviously going to be so like let's just say like if I was going to blow apart the UDR. So that thing right there, I actually had that thing. I think Metz was part of that. It was either Metz or Asterion. I had that thing completely blown apart. And the insane thing is just even taking off the body of that thing, just the plastic. You're talking like, I feel like it was like 20 screws. It's probably like 11. But then taking apart the actual roll cage was insane. And I didn't do any kind of, I didn't separate screws. They literally were just all over the place, but I remembered which went to which. I think I have like, what does they call that? I think I might have like a very small form of a photographic memory when it comes to like mechanics and stuff. But this is what you do right here. This is just to give you an example of what you can do. So you just take one piece of tape, which obviously this is the sticky side of the tape. This is the non-sticky side. Take a pen and write down for what each of the fasteners are. And then obviously because this is sticky, the screws, especially if you've got, you know, those flat screws, they'll stick to the tape better. Now you can use obviously, you know, wider tape, but you've got FB, obviously front bumper, you got differential, servo saver, which is servo save, servo ST, which is servo for steering. And then you can see I've got the next one for motor mount, and that takes care of all the screws for that thing. And that way, you know, just whatever. It's just something that's easy. You know, try to I guess stay maybe a little bit organized, because I'll tell you right now, as far as organization, I am the king of not being organized. And Mets, if you get the real wide tape, it actually works out easier, because you can actually, instead of doing the two pieces, I just grabbed, the reason why I did that is I just grabbed the tape that I've got, because I've always got masking tape for auto body. But if you get the real wide tape, you can just literally fold over a section of it and then, you know, put it down on your table, and you've got literally a section to write on. You get the place to stick all your things, and then you just tape the very ends. And you can also move it. So right now, all I have to do is just peel up these tabs, and I can move this, and these screws stay in place. It just sometimes makes it easier on reassembly. Like, I'm sure Mets knows, or, you know, anybody knows, sometimes you have to walk away from working on a project, whether if it's to go to eat dinner, or who was the one, was it Trash Ninja had to go wrestle up his kids or something? I can't remember if it was him. But, you know, sometimes you got issues to deal with. You got to let the dog out, and you're walking away, and who knows, maybe you get tired, you know, and then what happens if you just got a pile of screws, and then you come back to it and you're like, oh, crap. Yes, or you're frustrated. Just so you know, I'm gonna go look at the computer right now, because see, this is what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing that. So I don't know if I've missed any comments, so I'm just gonna go check them out right now. Because like I said, I don't like not responding. And I know it gets tough, because sometimes you just can't. Oh, Mets. It was one of the things that I talked about. See this right here? This thing is actually awesome. This is a Ryobi with obviously forward reverse. It's got high speed and low speed, and it's lighted too. But what happened with this, it's also lipo battery. But what happened with this was I bought these supposedly, and I'll actually put the name up here, because these guys pissed me off. So these guys right here, if you want to buy your driver bits from them, don't waste your time. These 4 bits, this was 22 bucks. Every single one is bent. Are you kidding me? For 22 bucks, I want straight bits. So these are going back. So guys, if you're looking at Apex bits for your 1/4-inch driver, choose something else. Oh, you have a black. So you have a Black and Decker thing, like one of these. This thing's awesome, but I can't use it. Besides the fact, you're building muscle when you're doing it by hand. It's either you're building muscle or you're building carpal tunnel. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. The stick is. I'm just reading like the comments. Are you into extreme enduro or motocross? Sorry, Jason. I don't know if you're still here. I actually used to ride. I had a pretty sick two-stroke 250 Honda that was an absolute animal. You could literally snap your leg trying to start that thing. And that's what the best part about. I'm probably answering a question to somebody that's not even here, but I'm just trying to get back to the questions. But the kickback on that, I'll tell you right now, with the weight I am, it was better for me to be the weight rider that I am because the kickback wouldn't get me. But when I had a buddy of mine try to start that bike, he almost broke his damn leg. And he got mad at me. I'm like, dude, you know this bike rips. I'm like, you're the one that wanted to ride it. Well, can you start it for me? Yeah, I'll start it for you. Hey, yeah. Hey, Mets, you know how we get that term going? Hella compression. Dude, the thing was, what it was an X race bike. Not obviously raced by me. I picked it up off of a guy. And when I got a hold of that thing, I just loved everything about it because that bike would move my weight, which was good. You know, all those places that we used to ride, they're all gone. They all have houses now. Houses, developments, condos, townhouses. It's like everything has disappeared. Shopping plazas. I actually, what was funny was the police actually chased me. I had my, I had a, what was it? Literally, it's been years. Honda 450. Was it a 450? Quad. Let me find the picture. I'll show it to you. Wait till you see this picture of me. You're going to laugh. It's in my downloads, I believe. Restored? It's in my... Where is it? Pictures? Maybe it's in my other camera? It might be in this one. Dude, you're going to laugh. 250. It was a 250. Two-stroke. The dirt bike was. But right now I'm talking about my quad. I'm going to show you guys a picture. You are literally going to laugh. Now keep in mind, this was back in the mid 90s. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, this was early 2000s. You're totally going to laugh. Where is it? Restored, is that it? Where's the picture? I know it's here. Come on. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me see if I can get the info for the picture. Yeah, the info for it's not right because it was a downloaded picture. All right, you ready? You ready? This is me on my quad. That little girl, that's obvious. Well, that little one, that's my daughter. She was like, I think she had to have been what, 2? And that's my son on the back. That's my old house. I literally created a track around, yes, TRX, you're right. Dude, it's been so long, but look at the haircut though. 400EX. Oh my God, Jason. Dude, you just said it right there. Holy crap. How can I not remember that? But yeah, 400EX. That thing was awesome. But look at the haircut. But I think the best part was having my kids on that. They absolutely loved it. Obviously, I'd go around. Yes, absolutely. The hair color, the whole thing, the shaved sides. What it was Mets. Mets. Now you obviously haven't searched my Facebook because if you did, I'll show you another picture you're gonna laugh at. I don't care. This is me. Where is it? How do I find this picture? Downloads maybe, right? Damn, how do I find it? Maybe in no. What? Yeah. No, you don't stalk face. I don't know. You never know. It's not. Who cares? You know. What if you do? Doesn't matter. I got better things to do with my life than to stalk you. I was trying to find. I hate the fact that you can't. I feel like I must organize my phone wrong or something because I have a hard time finding stuff to where I literally have to go into Google Photos in my own Google Photos, Camaro. To find what I'm looking for. Wait till you see this picture of me. It's got to be sometime around this time, I'm guessing. So we'll click on this. So let's say 2015. Now I know this has nothing to do with RC. We're just taking a break. Because I want to give people a laugh, man. I'm telling you. You totally get. And it is a riot, too. All right. Let's go this way. I think I'm getting. All right, let's go 2016. Maybe it was then. Yep, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't think it was 2017. '87 IROC. You know what's funny is that I actually like the box style of those IROCs. I look for them all the time. The only thing is you could never find a stick. If you found a stick, it was a 305, and that was garbage. My mother actually was a car dealer for Chevrolet. That was pretty cool. Ah, come on. Where's the pictures? Is it? Is no way it was 2017. That's not right. Maybe. Let's see. Is it 20? No, because that's I got short hair. So it is 2016. Oh yeah, here it comes. We're getting there. T-tops when leak tops. My O2 TA, obviously that's WS6. But that thing doesn't see rain. It just sits in my garage now. We're getting close. Come on, where's the picture? Oh, the hair's getting longer. Well, we're getting there, getting close. May. Dude, this takes forever to find pictures this way. Oh, here we come. We're getting closer. Oh, crap. That stupid side slider. There we go. All right, you ready, Mets? Are you there? Do you have a favorite classic car? You ready, Jason? I'll show you what my favorite classic car is. Actually, technically, it's an antique. Mets, you there? Are you ready? Wham! Look at that dude. Who's that guy? Laugh away! Laugh away! But that was literally my hairstyle right there, right? But watch this. So this is the same day. Yes, 80s hair. You know it, man. I rock it. All right, so this is actually the very same day, okay? I was actually working on the Camaro, and I usually don't use a creeper. One of the biggest things is obviously if you have long hair and a creeper do not mix. So literally, I was underneath the car. My hair got yanked into one of the wheels, and I went inside and I said, honey, get rid of it all. Same day. The two extremes. But that's usually what I do. If I'm going to get a haircut or whatever, it's either, don't cut my hair for like a year or two, or just give me a haircut and just buzz it all off. You know it. Buzz it all off, man. But yeah, I was almost what I was trying to do was oh no, I lost it. Where'd it go? There we go. So doesn't this picture remind you of I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Who says that? Mets, you've got to know who that is. I can't believe it's not butter. Should have gone for a mullet. Nah, dude, I can't. Nah, my name's not Joe Dirt. Fabio, you got it, Jason. Arnold. Oh, my God. Now, I obviously know there's top side pan screws, but I'm just dealing with what we've got, right here, right now. So this is obviously releasing the motor mount. No Frog City. I know. Where is he? Trash Panda's here. Yep. Dude, Mets, I'm telling you, man, you are so quick. That little thing you just put up there, the frog with the city, was awesome. I felt bad though, because who knows? Maybe somebody could take it the wrong way, but I hope this group never takes things the wrong way, because no one on our group, at least who we are, no one's looking to insult anybody. That's not how, I guess you want to say, that's not how we roll. That's not cool. So, if anybody says anything, if it bugs you, just let us know, so we're not, doing something that's going to piss you off, because that's not what we're about here. Whoa, that was actually loose. So I think I'll take this one out. So I'm going to just end up taking the whole drive shaft out. The back was Loctited. The front was not. So you can see there was actually no Loctite. Well, I think you can see. There was no Loctite on that screw that came out of the forward drive shaft. Oh, I'm sorry, the forward part of the rear drive shaft. Bunch of bullies. Yeah, I know. Get us back, man. That's all. Nah, we are all thick and skinned. Oh, I thought you said, I just said, nah, we're all thick and skinned. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, Mets? All right, Mets. Not about making, yeah, exactly. Just having some fun. Nobody wants to, be that way to anybody here. Come on, come out. All right, maybe it's not going to come out. All right, so we'll just take out the rear drive shaft, because that piece isn't coming out, which I guess is a good thing. So now let's go top side. You can see all our screws are now gone from the body, the whole chassis. So hopefully, other than a couple of top side screws that may go into the chassis, this way, hoping that everything is just going to release from, I guess, its whole everything here. We'll see. So what do we got here? All right, so we've got a couple of straps, it looks like, that attach to the chassis back here. You can see that. We got a motor mount strap or a differential strap type of deal. There's probably, I don't know, maybe there's a bearing or something in there. So we'll pop that out. ESC, obviously. ESC, we got screws there. The servo is already literally out. That's all set. We got a screw right here, obviously, for, it looks like top side. I think that's top. Is that top side for the motor mount? Yeah. Or is that? Can't tell. There's dirt in it. If you use a razor blade, just be careful. You don't wanna hurt yourself. But a razor blade will help you get, clear out dirt and whatever. So now, obviously, now we know we're top side. So we can actually change. We can put a division line on our little, piece of tape if we wanted, if we didn't remember, and then we can put a division line there, and now we know that we're topside, so we'll be taking screws out and then just placing them on there. It's just, if you have a hard time trying to remember, why is it not focusing? What the heck is wrong with this thing? Focus. Here we go. I don't know. It's just my thoughts or something. Well, but if people hang around enough, who knows? Maybe we might do we might throw a box on the counter here. Like I said, I've got to do this, so figured I'd just throw it live and share it with people. Who knows? Maybe somebody's got a CAMO X4 and they've never done this before, and they'd like to see what it's all about. I still don't know if we're all done on screws. I bet we are, but you never know. So we're going after the spur and pinion cover right now, and the little strap. There's like a little strap thing here, I believe. And we should be able to leave those screws in place. And this cover, I'm hoping, after I pop out this screw, this cover is going to pop right off, and we can leave the screws actually in place for this cover. So the only other thing that we'll have to do is obviously undo the ESC screws, and obviously receiver box, because the receiver is actually, so here's the antenna. So the receiver box actually is underneath, and the ESC mounts to that, and then obviously the fan mounts to that. All right, let's see here. Not skinned, scalped by the creeper. Bunch of pulleys. That's what's tough, man, because I when I'm so far away from the computer. Dude, I'm telling you, I flipped out. As soon as those wheels grabbed my hair, I literally flew out from underneath the car. And I just walked inside and I just said, honey, you just gotta cut my hair. I can't deal with this anymore. And she knows how I am. I don't. She knew exactly what that meant. Literally just slice it all off. Just get out the buzzers and bam, done with it. But now I'm growing my hair again. Going for a change again. Oh, wrong driver, I think. Yeah. Like I said, most of the screws on this Redcat are 2s. You can keep the receiver box slash whatever this is, ESC kind of holder thingamajigger. And obviously you can see the ESC is right in my hand. Receiver's coming out with it. So there we go. Cool. So literally, I'm hoping this is pretty much set to pull off. It looks like maybe differential feels loose. So the diff is coming. I'm not sure if there's like something extra in there or what. It might be. We might have to take off this brace right here. But you can see pretty much the electronics. This little cover plate for the little motor guard, that's pretty much out right now. There comes the whole motor, done. So that's all set. So you can keep stuff together. You know, it makes it so it's easier. We're just literally doing a chassis swap. It's one of the most easiest things to do, especially if you can keep things together. It just makes it that much easier. What I will do, just again make it a little even more easier, because now I know the electronics are all, we're taking the electronics out all in one bulk thing. So now we can go after one of the links that connects to the steering servo saver thingamajigger thing here. We're going to unscrew that, and we'll be able to take the whole motor, servo, all the electronics out in one shot. Boom, done. There you go. Nice and easy. Set that aside. And then what that does is gives you a little bit more of an eyeball on the link bars attached to the chassis right here. There's actually two screws. One's, you probably can't see it. You got one there, same thing, matches up there. This is actually for a combination of the rear ladder portion of the frame and obviously the upper links attach through this piece as well. So these screws are obviously going to be longer. You can see we got two screws back here that attach to the ladder part of left and right side. But all this is going to be literally just kept together. This is just a chassis swap. So easy to do. And I'm doing it slow just so I can show you guys just like literally how easy this is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jason, yes. This thing was submerged. So obviously you've got the little hole right here on the side, which we can remedy that right now that we can see, that, you know, obviously fine dirt is getting in there by using that pipe foam. Oh, Mets, have you taken apart your technically your center diff on your Max yet? Because I'm curious to know if you're getting the fine sand or point blank sand in your diff. Because when I did that foam and taken the Max out for a bunch of times like I have already, I'm actually curious to know if that foam has sealed out the, you know, the grit getting in there, because obviously, you know, that was a ton of grit that was inside that, you know, differential, like case kind of housing. I guess you call that a housing, right? No, I haven't, but I've seen others have that. Yeah. So, but that pipe foam, that should have worked. There's actually a better pipe foam to use instead of using that stuff that I used. There's another kind of foam. I just didn't have it on, you know, on hand. But it's almost feels like it's a rubberized foam. It's a much better foam for insulation for pipes, 1/2-inch pipes. You've seen others, yeah, have that issue on YouTube, yeah. I gotta get some air in here. Dab man, what's going on? I think you can see what's going on here. We're just doing a chassis swap on the Redcat. Doing kind of like one of those ones where it's like literally just pop out the entire thing like as easy as you can kind of deal. You know what I mean? Because a chassis swap is just literally one of the most easiest things to do. You just keep things together, you know. So right now I'm actually gonna go for the rear. I'm gonna get the lower links right now, which is obviously these ones right here, which, sorry, bad camera angle. Let's get that more in the camera here. How about if we move our little screw thing? But see, when you do that, you can actually take this if you don't, if you don't have a good memory about where screws go. And that literally it's just a way to help you. Because now you can take that thing and just move it wherever you want and everything stays together. You know exactly where things went. I mean, look at even the drive shaft screws, stick to the tape. It's a good idea, Do it. And again, it's for the people starting out that aren't used to doing stuff like this. Doing something like that just makes it easy. That's all. It's just, like what they call it. They call it a pro tip. But we're going to go after the rear suspension now. And that dog bone's nice and straight. Not that you would expect it to have any issues, but how about if I use a 2? Way to go. Oh, it is a 2. Watch your ears. If you got headphones on, watch your ears. Can't believe how many rocks are just falling all over the place. So we've got something is holding that in because our servo saver screws or chassis screws are out from the bottom. So let's just go after this rear. One thing too about these Redcats, if you're taking the screws out, go ahead and use one of these drivers if you want. I don't have any bits right now because the bits that I bought for $22 are absolute garbage, so they're going back. Jason. Oh, you talking to Trash Panda? And then obviously these screws you can just leave in there. Try to get sand and debris out of your fasteners before you throw your driver in there, because if you're just grabbing the edge, obviously you don't hold on to the fastener as well. But most of these screws, especially for this rear member, can stay in place, and then or for this little ladder frame section for the rear, these screws are actually just going to come right with it. And then this whole suspension is just, rear suspension is off. So literally the rear suspension is held on by, what, 10 screws? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 screws is what holds this whole rear suspension on, which I think it's a great design. Obviously, and the other thing too, I don't know if you know this, these pieces are exactly the same. So there's no left or right. So, it's just one of those things that it seems like a lot of RC manufacturers are kind of doing making it, I guess, well, other than Traxxas. Traxxas wants a left, right, front, back, top, bottom. Proprietary. There we go. Last screw's coming out, and the whole rear suspension can come off as one entire unit. Boom. Done. Check it out. And just leave your screws in place. You don't need to use the tape for this. I'm just going to set the screws in a little bit deeper because I don't want them falling out like that. But on reassembly, especially when you're dealing with plastics like, like this, just be careful. If you use a driver, you got to just know when to back off the trigger, because otherwise you'll strip it. You'll strip it hella fast. There we go. We've got rear separation. Now, I literally think we're just talking about 2 screws, potentially. We may have to take this brace off right here, which that brace is just 2 screws. I'm sorry, 4 screws. 2 obviously going into the servo arms or the steering arms, and then 2 that go actually into the diff. So hopefully we'll see. And then the same thing with these screws that are still in the chassis, just kind of keep them in place. That way it just makes it easier for transfer. Hey Jason, are you part of the RCGG Facebook site or no? No? Do you have a Facebook, or would you rather not? This is our site right here. It's literally just for the the subscribers or whatever to the channel, so that literally have a place. Like, it's awesome because everybody can just share like whatever. Like, you Mets goes live on it. Styrian has gone live. We've got Joe did a bunch of running videos and pictures, and it was crazy. Where'd he go? There goes Joe right there. He's got a ton of just stuff that he threw on. This guy, Joe, he's nuts. He's got so many RCs. He makes my collection look like nothing. He's got a ton of nitro. Oh, I think, yeah, that's you. Bam! There you go, Jason. And literally, there are rules. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep, we're going to keep the site as clean as it can be, because obviously, if a younger generation is on there, or obviously, the female generation of RCers go on there, we want to keep things nice and cool and level, and be respectful to everybody and whatever. It's just literally share your knowledge to everybody. And like Peyton was getting some help from Mets, which was pretty cool. I don't know if he got his issue worked out yet. I think his receiver's junk. Yeah, don't offend the boomers. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You might get sued. Touch me and I'll sue. So I don't know why this is not coming off. I feel like it should have. So we're gonna pop this apart. It should have. It should have separated. Why didn't it separate from the bottom? The screws are gone. Is it like really that locked in? Yeah, it is. It's coming out. So you don't have to take this. I was thinking maybe there's like a strap in there, but it looks like whatever I just did, unloosening that side of that little steering saver, it looks like it's popping out now. I think. Watch now, it made a liar out of me. Come on. Popo! Looks like it's inset into it. So what I need is I need a pry tool. Come on. Get out. There we go. Get a pry tool in there. Pry that right out of there. There we go. So we've got chassis separation. So there we go. So that was it. Just a couple of screws and we're done. We're also going to be removing, obviously, this stock bumper because the awesome people from here supplied a nice upgrade, which is going to take care of that issue right there. But I got to tell you, though, that was 100% deserved. This piece breaking, and this thing's only 15 bucks, but that piece breaking, 100% my fault and deserved. It's because I'm testing this thing beyond how it should be driven. And the parts, like, because it's a Redcat, the parts are cheap enough. Why not? Why not thrash the crap out of this, get rid of all the weaknesses, and then have a mint car? Like if somebody else wants to have a nice car, you know, nice little RC. And check out that battery tray. Isn't that thing a thing of beauty right there? This thing made this car handle 100 times better than stock because it also braced up the chassis too. It also took a little bit of flex out of the front here, which I might redesign it a little bit more on this front section. And obviously right here, if you had a 3-channel, radio, whatever, you can put a light controller in this forward pocket, or you can put a bomb in it or whatever. But it's not a Tuma. Tim approved him before I got, yeah, it popped up. Only because what I was doing was I was taking a picture showing a little bit of separation anxiety that the poor Redcat's having right now. Actually, got to tighten up the photo. There we go. How's that? I think that works. But Jason, you're in my book, I think, right? I gotta check my book. This book is getting huge now. Okay, Jason, you're not in my book. Do you want to say where you're from, Jason? Again, you don't have to. New Jersey. Because what I'm doing is I'm keeping like a list of all the people that come to the lives. These are all the people so far. We got, 3 single pages of, well, we're starting the 3rd page. But I just think it's cool. I mean, think about it. Think about how many people, all over this. It's nuts. It still sometimes still blows my. I think I'm getting used to it a little bit now, but it still blows my mind a little bit that, I don't know, man. You're in my house. It's kind of awesome. Looks like. So looking at this, looking at the bottom of this, where the diff connects to the chassis, you see the little schmutz there? That is either oil or grease. So let's hope we didn't crack the diff case. I don't think we did. Obviously, I never checked, but we're going to check right now to see if that diff case is actually cracked or not. New Jersey. All right, so here goes the reveal. Is the diff case cracked? No, it's just wide open. Ooh, we do have we do have a little crackage. And we got a ton of sand in there. But you know what, though? I'm just going to run it. So we are going to take this apart a little bit more. Because I do want to get that diff case squared away. Looks like we also bent our forward leading pin arm. The where the pins go through. Forget what's the technical name for that pin arm. I think it's just a pin arm. But it looks like we do have a little bit of crackage here. But we might be able to just epoxy that. Because once that T-Bone Racing piece goes on, this is actually going to keep things together a heck of a lot better than, what was there. So, but we do have a little bit of grit in there. So, yeah, we'll break down this. Again, real easy to do. You just got a couple of little E-clips in here, right? Yeah, E-clips. E-clips are fun because, man, they can shoot off like a little rocket. So that's also, again, now we're diving into the front diff. So we're going to take this bumper off anyway because that needs to go. And it's literally just 2 more screws that are on the front shock tower. That's a 2 as well. Right? Is that a 2? Yep. And you can just go like right through the light bar and get right after that. Still though, I'm not upset about, again, like I keep saying about this Redcat, because this thing has taken abuse beyond what it's designed for. So still happy about, this little car. And, at least now we're knowing what to square away. If you want to start smashing this thing, you'll know what to square away before you, I guess, put it through some of the destruction that I was putting it through. All right, Jason. Thank you for coming to the live stream. It's always cool to have somebody new. We got the old guys here. All the what do they call the OGs, right? Isn't that what that means? Old guys. Have a good night, Jason. All right, so now we're going to have to go ahead and start pulling a little bit more of this front suspension apart. And I want to keep as much together just to make it easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the pins out for the A-arms. Obviously, it's taken out, you know, this little cross brace in between the two A-arms. That actually locks into the actual frame, I think. Yeah, it does. There's a little notch. There's a little notch in the forward part of the frame where that actually locks into. So it's actually good that we're pulling this thing apart like this. We're diving into it. So again, like I said, these little E-clips, watch these things because these things sometimes can shoot off like a rocket. You just want to get yourself some type of maybe like a flat blade or maybe a small needle nose. And you can just work your way into where the little E is and just pop it out just like that, nice and easy. We can use our tape if we want, but I'm going to use my super cool battery tray to throw all my little extra pieces in there. See if I can show you how to do that. Just put the tip of that screwdriver in there, give it like a little tweak out inside the little ear of the E, and it just tosses, just kind of pulls out like that. Very, very easy. Put that piece in there. Now we can remove this pin or this brace. Look like we got a little bit of bendage there, but that's nothing. We can just rebend that, so that's no big deal. Now we can slide our pins out the opposite direction, I think. Or actually, we should be able to pull them through. Right? Yeah, we can actually pull them through this way. What am I talking about? There shouldn't be a shoulder. I don't think there's a shoulder on that. So just grab yourself a pair of needle nose or whatever. Pull your pins out. Put them in your tray. Pin out, tray. Now your bottom arms become released. And these are CVs, so they're not dog bones. So those will stay together. Now that what that does is now that you've spread the suspension apart, it gives you more access to the other screws that actually hold the shock tower to the differential case. So, and again, we're still talking, literally everything on this thing is a 2. So it looks like 4 screws, 2 on each side. And other than looking at the, because we're working on the front section right now, other than looking at the back side, if there are any extra screws, we'll check and see if this doesn't separate by taking these 4 screws out. Like I said, 2 per side. You get a top, you get an upper and a lower on the top of the diff case. You don't have to worry about dirt and sand or anything right now because obviously we are going to be taking this diff case apart. And we're going to assess whether we're going to replace this diff case or if we are going to epoxy it or what. Might replace it if it's cheap enough. Why not replace it, right? That way we won't have to be here again. So let's see, does that pop out? All right. Kind of almost seems like it wants to, but let's just flip it around and see what else we got here. All right, so we actually do have nothing. It looks like maybe this brace, 2 screws, the 2 forward screws, it looks like those are attached to the diff. which not looks like they are attached to the diff. And if we're easy enough, we should be able to keep all this stuff together. Now in that one, there's some sand in there. Here we go. All right, so it looks like, can we separate this now? It feels close. Still feels like something's hanging it up. And all it is because the screws are just slightly still in. This bottom screw right here is actually very slightly still threaded in. Now it should separate. Yep. Pop that out just for a sec. Slide this out. So you can see screws are the same length. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to kind of screw those back into place a little bit. And obviously you can see one of the screws, it almost is like a clamp style. So we have one section, the upper screws bolts onto the face of the differential. I guess you want to say this ear, the upper ear. And then the bottom one serves as almost like a clamp. So yeah, we're gonna be cleaning that diff. That diff looks like it could use a little bit of cleaning in there. So that is cracked. I don't know, man. What do you think? What's the consensus? Do we replace it? You got to follow the cracks. So the crack actually goes up to that cup right there. So let's go ahead and order a new case. Why not? So we'll be cracking this case open. Again, very easy to do. These things are so easy to work on. That's why Redcat's awesome, man. Everything is just so easy to just work on. So we are going to go ahead and we will order up a new diff case. But in the meantime, obviously we can separate things, take things apart, you know. But if you get confused even on like how to reassemble, you know, even like a diff or whatever, like how gears, you know, you can feel the crunchiness, how gears kind of go in, because sometimes you can actually do this in reverse and then that would be bad because then you're running opposite. So, I mean, but it might also be designed so that it only goes in one way, but you never know. Take a picture. Take a picture of what this looks like so that you know how it, you know, comes apart. So, yeah, so this is going to go in the wash tank. We'll wash this up and then we'll disassemble it. And yeah, there we go. So that's how easy it is. It's just RC stuff, man. Very easy. Oh, and you probably should wear gloves, especially if you're dealing with like oils. So when you're rebuilding stuff, throw on a set of gloves. I wasn't sure. I didn't think we were actually going to be getting into the diff, but we actually did. So, you know, it's a little bit of, you know, grease or whatever. It's not going to kill you. But then again, California will say, what, Proposition 67 or something like that, or 65? I am on the list. Oh yeah, okay. Housing needs some, yeah, super glue. We're just going to order a new housing. That's got to be cheap. I'm going to look it up right now. The place where I get my Redcat parts from is Team Redcat Shop.com or just Team Redcat Shop. I've already got an account with them and it's so easy. The parts come. I mean, that's a great. So this is their picture for their website. I mean, that's a great picture right there. right? Don't you think? Nice TRMT8 right there. I think that's a TRMT8, or is that a or is that the shredder? Anybody know? Is that the shredder or the TRMT8? Can't tell. Maybe it's the shredder. It looks like that. It looks like that up there. Doesn't it look like that? I don't know. I can't tell. It does look like that, doesn't it? Nah, it's probably the shredder. Who knows? But we're gonna look online right now and just see parts and accessories. CAMO X4. And we are looking for, hopefully, gears and drive. All right, so maybe I should like move the camera. And I can back up. Can you see that? So here's what the home page looks like when you first get to it. You obviously have new products down here, vehicles, parts and accessories. Now, I've never checked to see if they have a diff, but let's just check. Click on the parts and accessories. Obviously, we're going after CAMO X4. Bam, CAMO X4. Aren't those, wait a minute, let's back up. Don't those vehicles actually look pretty damn good? Redcat actually really has it going on with their crawlers. This is actually one that I'm considering. Boy, that actually does look like the shredder. Yeah, you know what? I think that is the shredder. Yeah, it looks like the shredder. But anyway, they got some sharp looking vehicles there. That thing right there, the Gen 8, that thing's mint. I have that. I got the pro version of that. And that thing, I've been messing around with that thing for a while, and I've got it down pretty good now. But let's go CAMO X4. Scroll down to gears and drivetrain. Again, like I said, I haven't been on this yet, so let's see if they even have what I'm looking for. Look at that. Bam, right there. Gearbox housing, $10. How can you beat that? I could even get another diff. Why not? While I'm right here, I can just get another brand new diff for $16. How can you beat those prices? $16 for a complete diff. Oh, wait a minute. That's rear. But it should be the same. Oh, no, it's not, because it's oh, but you know what would be pretty cool? That would make it a locker in the front. I wonder if that would work. Oh, wait a minute. There's the front. Oh, the front diff is only $13. How can you beat those prices? You can't. $13 for a complete diff? Maybe I should just get it just because. I'll get a new differential pin, get some new out drives, diff out drives. Yeah. We're going all out here. Why not? For the pennies that things cost here? Why not? So we already know the parts are here. Listen to my wine bag upstairs. She's just wine bagging. So maybe what we should do now is clear off the bench and maybe throw a box up here. Do you think we should throw a box up here? Clear off the bench, throw up a box. Anyone? Bueller? Bueller. Does anybody know that reference? Bueller. Box. Mets, you're literally the only one still here. It says there's 12 people, but nobody's saying nothing. So who's here? Anybody here? Is YouTube just like stuck where it's saying there's 12 people here and it's really not 12 people? Yeah, so you see, all right, so that's weird. You see 13, I see 12. Shouldn't I be seeing the more accurate number? That doesn't make any sense. But again, about this Camo X4, I am not mad at all. I mean, think about it. Jason, Redcat Racing, bulkhead, upper, lower differential. Dude, we're just going to buy it all because it's so cheap. Why not? You know what I mean? Yeah, we lost somebody. I guess they don't want to see what's in a box. Huh? Oh, well, their loss. All right. I have to make some room for box placement. Should we wait for a certain amount of people to be on the live before we put a box up here? Nah, it'll probably kill everybody else, right? Dabman's still here. He's like, I'm still here. How come nobody's talking? So literally we got 3 people. Found what on Amazon? the differential gearbox. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, usually it's either between, I mean, well, this was only $15 or $16, so that wasn't bad. Ah, hell no. Should I just end the stream and restart a new one? Box opening or box showing? You want to see what's in the box? Well, I'm not going to show what's in the box. It's going to kind of be obvious because I actually have to do one of my videos, my typical what's in the box. Yeah, I got to do one of my videos, so you'll see the box. I just can't, and you'll know what it is. I just can't open it, kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying. Box! Yep. Yeah, people are coming alive now. All right, well, I got to clear this off because we definitely need some room here. We definitely need room for this box. I hear a nose. I see you. What you doing? You want to come in? Come on. What are you doing out there? What are you doing, sweetie, huh? Is it cold out there? Go ahead. Why don't you go out? Go ahead. Go ahead. You didn't? No. Don't make me feel bad for you. You know which door to go in. No. She does this thing. So we got an English Mastiff pup. She's pretty much, I guess you want to say, maybe she's full grown as far as height, but just not, I guess, muscle strength. She's a more athletic breed of English Mastiff. And she's got this new thing where when she doesn't want a door shut, she will put her nose like through the opening, and then she'll hook her face to the door. So you can't close it because then you're going to close it on her face. She's a smart dog. Very, very smart. All right. I'm getting a box. Just get two of everything? What, of all the pots? All right. Here's a box. What a jerk, huh? I gotta put the parts in here somehow. Dude, that's not the box. Just kind of want to keep everything kind of together, you know. Put the Redcat away. Put all its parts in there, obviously except for the diff. I'm gonna keep that out. We don't need to put the. Well, actually, we do need to put the chassis in there because it still has screws in it. Put all the parts in there. Nothing gets lost. Put the electronic bundle in there. Boy, you could almost ship that out to somebody as is, huh? You could almost just tape it up and ship it to someone. It's the giveaway car. It's already in the box. Give us clues and we'll guess. Give us clues and we'll guess. Okay. It's big. Another clue. I got it before the 21st. It was a predetermined decision. All those are clues. If anybody's been paying attention to the channel, literally everything that I just said was a clue. But if you're new, maybe you won't know. This right here, maybe we'll just kind of put this in a paper towel for now, because it is nasty. I'm not saying nothing. But see that? See how this tape thing comes in handy? I mean, look at that. You can just like lift it up and kind of just do whatever you want with it. And then now, because we're walking away from this thing, not that I wouldn't remember, but now we're going to be walking away from this thing for a couple of days. There's literally everything on the piece of tape all stuck there and ready to go when you're ready to go, you know? All right. I'm about ready to throw a box up on the table. You ready? Bam! Another box. Dude, you're killing me here. All right. So, Redcat down, just for a little while. Oh, actually. Sorry, hold on just for a second. Because of that, because of the site, I wanted to just make sure I did a picture for the site. I know, I'm killing you. But I do have to do a picture for the thing. Jorge said HOR. It does say the first three letters were, but actually somebody was saying that it said Ford. Which you could say that too. About to say you need more room than that? Yeah. We are going to be I am going to be expanding the bench, but literally expanding it to what I had originally designed it to be, because I was putting a bench actually slides underneath this bench. That's a mobile bench, if that makes sense, for when I do I guess some box opener things, what's in the box, and then also for just obviously more space. And it's actually going to have a shelf underneath and maybe a couple of drawers. I know. You just want me to rip a box up on here, but I do have to clean up. It's all part of the build-up, man. You gotta take every every tool out of here. You gotta polish everything up, before you put it back into the case. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I do kind of want to put things back a little bit. This actually is supposed to be in here too. It doesn't fit, does it? Nah, it won't fit. So anything, I'm going to fall asleep? That's all right. You'll be able to see it on the recording. No! I fell asleep. Yeah, could you imagine that? You waited all this time just to fall asleep? Might have to actually move this camera. I'm thinking. I don't know if you caught that. Vector just readjusted himself on his charger. He just did like some weird backup thing. And he's not awake. All right. All right, if you got headphones on, cover your ears. Okay, maybe not. Why is this unplugged? Come on. Actually, that's kind of a pain. What if we do it like that? That probably works. Is anybody ready? Says we got 11 people, but we only got 3 people talking. We got Jason, Dabman, and Metz. About to say you need more room. Yep. Ready. All right. This box is heavy. All right, there it is. It's on the table. Right on the table. Can everybody see it? Is the camera good? We got a good angle shot on the camera. There's a close-up right there. So can you see what it is? No? Oh, what? Is there a cover over the? Oh. Looks like the little flip thing got flipped. There you go. Is that good? Does that work? Good enough? Nobody? I guess nobody can see the box. People gonna hate me. Dude, what are you doing? 14 people. Uh-oh. But nobody's saying nothing. All right, let's back it up a little bit. Flip the top. Well, bam! And it's here before the 11th. I mean, before the 21st. So what do you guys think? Yeah, a new Arma RC comes out on the 21st. You're absolutely right. You ready to see what's actually inside the box? Anyone? Could get in trouble for this. Ready? There we go. Check it out. All right. We'll bring the real box over now. If there was music to play, we could play some music here. Hey Mets, did you get that little reference right there? Dude, it was totally like dust, just like the teaser. You know it, man. All right. Now, you guys really ready? Like, it's actually pretty damn heavy. We got a corner of it on the bench here. Keep going. Move it in a little bit more. Is that good enough? Maybe a little bit more. Holy smokes. Lord. It literally almost breaks the whole bench. Got you over here crying? So here it is. Dude, that was literally, that was literally an exact replica to the Arma teaser reveal of the new vehicle coming out on the 21st. So because I don't wait for things, and I have already, a predetermined thing in my mind, this is actually, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call this a pre-order. Like literally, it came into the shop. The day it came in is the day it came out. There wasn't even a time for him to inventory it. You still want to know what it is? Dude, that was perfect, wasn't it? The new Arma reveal. I got it before the 21st. All right. All right, so I'll show you what's really here. I think you deserve to see. Everybody's kind of been, hey, we want to see what's in the box, so let's check it out. So we'll do like a slow kind of thing there. So you see the words right there, DB, right? Does anybody know what DB means? Come on. Bueller. Anybody? Uh-oh. Do we see 1.5? We see DB and we see 1.5. Is that enough? And then obviously people know that, I'm into the Fox stuff, so there you go. So the beast has arrived. I have had my eyes on this thing since the second that I saw the little, I guess you want to say, teaser that they were doing about it and talking about it. But that thing, yeah. And at this size, 50 mile per hour plus, they point blank mean the plus. And yeah, like everybody knows, of course it had to be this one, because just come on, the color scheme, orange, black, the gray stripes, and of course, Fox. Everybody knows. And we already got the batteries. I actually have the batteries all ready to go because I thought I was actually going to blast it today, but it didn't end up working out that way. So we've got some. I do want to get a little bit better battery than this right here, but these are what were in stock. These are the reaction batteries, dynamite. So it fits the vehicle. It's kind of what I guess is supposed to be in there. 50C, 5,000 milliamp, 4S. So obviously a total of an 8S monster. So, but yeah, so this is going to be, I think, all right, I'm going to, now I'm going to monologue some. I'm like, I am so pumped about having this car. And I got to tell you, one of the reasons why I'm like really excited about this car is just because of its, I guess you want to say it's sheer torque. So while it has speeds of 50 plus miles an hour, what you've got to think about is the beastly size of this thing and the torque, because we're talking 8S. It's a 750 kV. I think it's a 750 kV motor. So, I mean, you almost want to use, specific words to explain what it's going to feel like to drive this thing. Being a DB, it's just literally the bigger brother. I mean, come on. That was perfect. This was perfect. The Arma reveal, right? Look it. It's the new Arma. It came in. See, why not be that way? Why not have fun? Like I'm telling you, you guys had to thought that was funny, right? Like, bam, check it out, the new Arma came in. But it's literally, you 100% for a fact know that is just a massive version of what this is. And I knew I was going to own this as soon as I saw, again, as soon as I knew this thing was coming out, I was just like, that thing has got to be as good as it looks. And when I got it in my hands, holy crap. Now, this box right here, bringing this in, it's got some weight to it. I mean, and that's telling you, I guess the quality, not only the size being a 1/5 scale, but that's telling you the quality of Losi. Losi, literally, since I was a kid, has always been like one of those price-wise unobtainable brands, like when I was a kid, because they were just hella expensive, But I literally, the batteries are actually charged up, ready to rip. Tomorrow morning, I'm actually going to wait until I think around noontime. I'm going to do actually the unbox tomorrow morning. And part of that unbox, I'm obviously going to have running shots of this beast. And I have, because obviously I'm surrounded by ocean, I've got sand, I've got the perfect places to take this thing. We've got some dunes that I can actually take this in. They're not massive, and I've got to go check them back out just to make sure, because obviously when I checked out the dunes, you're checking it out for a vehicle this size, not a 5th scale. It changes everything. But the other thing that it changes, so like when you have like the UDR, one of the awesome things about filming the UDR and why I was able to get, like, I want to call them killer shots, were the shots that were actually inside the car. So the in-car shots. Now this 1/5 scale, because of its size, guess what camera's going in that? The Hero 7. So this thing, obviously with its hyper smooth, the shots, the in-car Like the in-car shots are going to be, I already know they're going to be insane. So with the combination of doing, you know, all the videos, I'll probably even get the, well, I probably won't do the drone because if I remember right, I think they tried to call it a new restricted area, which is kind of pissing me off. But if I put a call in, but it might be too soon to do that. But I'm not even reading the comments. Maybe did anybody say anything? Anybody happy? I'm happy. Unboxed vid. Yep. All right, Mats. I'll see you later, man. Yeah, I know. It's like, what, 12 o'clock? Holy smokes. Is that what time it is, or is it 1? No, it's 12. All right, Mats. We'll see you later. Thank you for coming to the live stream. But anyways, being able to put the GoPro in the size vehicle because there's so much more. I mean, you know, you can see it. There's so much more open cage room inside there to where this camera can literally go anywhere inside that vehicle. There's going to be so much opportunity to get crazy footage of this vehicle just because of its size and being able to put, you know, the right camera in it. And I'm not saying the Session 5s, I'm not saying that the Session 5s are junk because they're not, but compared to what this can do, this is definitely going to give better footage. The sessions are what were in the UDR. And I don't know if anybody has seen the videos on the UDR that I did when I took it up to New Hampshire, but having a combination of the drone and obviously my wife being able to film, my wife actually did. I got a 100% put credit to my wife for taking video of the UDR because she actually stood in the river with a was it the GoPro? No, it was my Note 8. My Note 8 on a long, you know, stick, and was like filming it. And I had, you know, I think I had it on like, I think I had it on slow-mo. So that's why the footage came out just really nice. But that's a total credit to her. And what's cool is that she enjoyed it. And I mean, yeah. But this is going to take the filming to a whole new level, I think. Just because of its size. You'll be able to, camera placement's literally going to be all over the vehicle. You can mount so much stuff to this thing. Like, just, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So anyways, we saw the Arma teaser. So I provided for the channel the Arma teaser, just a secondary teaser for Arma. So hopefully Arma is seeing that. And Arma, you know where to send pre-releases, right? RC Guide Garage. Come on, do it. Losi, come on, guys. Get on board. All right, well, I'm just going to end the live stream. We obviously did the reveal of what we ended up getting. And thank you to everybody that came to the live stream. Batteries, if you've got fully charged batteries, which this is going to be okay because this is literally only going to be for, I don't know, they're going to be sitting fully charged for like, how many hours? I wake up at 5 in the morning. So, I don't know, maybe they're going to sit for like 7 hours fully charged, but they're going to be outside. Don't leave LiPo batteries in your house. And if you do, put them in a fire safe because it's not worth it, you know? It's just not. These batteries will be fine. Think about it. All the RC places that have batteries, you can't tell me that every battery, I mean, how many fire explosions have you seen? Granted, that are on their storage charges or whatever, but just be careful with LiPo batteries, man, because they can go up and take everything with it, you know, in the right or wrong circumstance. But yeah. I'm pumped, man. As soon as I saw this thing, I was just like, oh my God, that is a DB Pro in 1/5 scale. And I can't wait to find out. I am going to get so much damn footage of this thing. I need another driver. I need somebody else to drive like the UDR with a GoPro on it to follow this thing. You know what I mean? Because the GoPro or the Arma will soak up the terrain and give the 7 even better footage. Even taking like all of my GoPros and sticking them on one car so that you get the pull up, the drive by, and the flyby. You know what I mean? So you have one camera facing front, one camera facing the side that you're going to pass the vehicle on, one camera facing back. It's just the sucky part is taking all the footage and, you know, putting it together. So, but anyways, so we dropped people, we gained people. We did a little bit of a reveal between Arma and the Losi here. So I'm going to end the stream. But thank you to everyone that came to the stream. Thank you to everyone that actually has subscribed to my channel. This is insane. And there's more things coming that, like I've said, and I'm not kidding, stuff that has blown my mind for a small little channel like mine. I'm psyched. You know, I still have to work, but who knows? Maybe someday I won't have to. Maybe this will be my job. Could you imagine that? That would be insane. Anyways, thank you to everyone out there. Again, I keep saying it. We're past the 1K now. It's absolutely incredible, and it's all thanks to you guys out there. So I'm just going to end the live stream on that note. Not that it matters. And I wasn't doing a giveaway, you know, that one, you know, if I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway. That it was never anything that I ever do, but I do have a giveaway coming. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 giveaways coming, and it's obviously going to be before the holiday, you know, the holiday event in December. That way, you know, someone else can, you know, have something cool, you know. I've always loved the RC hobby, and super excited to be able to, you know, give somebody a taste of RC. It's just because, like I said, it's fun. And you got to do what, see that right there? It's probably a messed up looking smile because it's fake right now. But if you've got a smile on your face with what you're doing, as long as you're not murdering somebody, like if you're some psycho, if murdering somebody's making you happy, don't do that. Or any bad stuff. But if the RC hobby is something that makes you happy, just do it. I've been doing the RC stuff since what did I say? 80, was it 86? It was like 86, 87, somewhere around there. I've been into the RC, like real RC hobby. I'm not talking about, you know, the Tyco turbo hopper that I had. That pretty much is where it started. Tyco turbo hopper, 9.6 volt. That is where, I guess, I mean, I liked RC stuff anyway, like, you know, track cars and all that stuff. But I think that's where I got the bug, was with that little Tyco turbo hopper. That thing was perfect for what it was. 9.6 volt, 2-speed transmission that you switched in the back, 2-wheel drive buggy, just spring-loaded shocks. The thing was awesome. Took a beating. I love that thing. And then I got a Kyosho Ultima. That was my first hobby grade RC. And literally from then on, I've never been without an RC something. Whether if it was a boat, a plane, a truck, a car, on road, off road, obviously my drone. It's good stuff. It's fun, you know. This is fun. All right, I gotta stop monologuing. All right. I am going to end the live stream. All right, Dab Man. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We are going to end it like I traditionally do. And we're just going to say, see ya.